Good morning, everybody. I'm hopping in the van right now. We're gonna head out. It's about 5:05 this morning. I do still have some stuff in the back of the van from yesterday that I gotta go throw in my garage so we can get more stuff, but I'll go ahead and do that and we'll head out. Looks like some kind of wishing well, maybe. I don't know if that's even yard art. I see that they have a lot of yard art up there. So when I pulled over, I thought this is like something you would just put in your yard. And I think that's my final answer on it. Not really sure what it's supposed to be though. I'll take it. No, the top here, this is metal. The rest is wood, besides this part. Not sure what it is, but hopefully somebody does. Over here we got one of these chairs for the shop. As long as it goes up and down, which might have to sit on it to make it go up and down, maybe. There we go. I gotta go it up a little bit. We'll end up taking that. Those are pretty good. Anything with Craftsman logo on it is really good. Normally I wouldn't take something like this. I believe it's a cooler. I'm gonna check out the inside just because of that soccer ball. I mean, it looks pretty good. I'll bring this home. The zippers look all right. I'll bring this home and make sure it holds water and everything. But with the soccer ball, I think that has a unique enough look that it should sell. Behind these cans, I saw what looks to be a pair of end tables. Now they're definitely chipped up. We'll flip this one upside down so we can see the tops more. But even with the wear on that, and this one's not bad either, just because they're a pair, I definitely will take them. They definitely could be painted up or just used as is, more of a rustic style. But anytime I get a pair of end tables in fair condition, I definitely take them because they are really easy sellers. All right, so over here we got a pile of chairs right here and then a chair there. I'm curious if there was something sitting right here earlier that somebody else ended up grabbing. Guess we will never know. This one, these are good. This one's a little rickety and it's only one, and I know from past experience that it's really hard to get rid of just one of these. People really like them in the pairs. As long as these aren't cracked, I will take them. I do have a stack of, I think, 2 that I believe would match. So I'll just throw them all together as long as these aren't cracked. Normally I gotta look up here. These are where they normally crack, or really anywhere. These aren't really the most durable chairs in the world, unfortunately, but I think these are all right. I'm gonna do a little bit more inspection, but if they're good, I'll throw them in the van. Over here, I found this bike. I like to flip them upside down, spin the wheel, make sure that they're good to go on that front. This one is a little rusty. I'll show you up front in a second. And I always got to check brakes, make sure that this wheel doesn't still spin. Especially on this front one. So I'm not so sure that we're going to take in this one. Normally I don't take it if they have issues with the brakes and whatever, so I can help with this first slammer. It was pretty rusty anyway, so. Alright, if this isn't ripped up, these are surprisingly popular. This one is pretty worn with the leather. Definitely been sat in for a while, which makes me a little worried about it, slightly. I still might take it, just because I had one of these maybe 6 months ago, and I thought it was just, a regular chair, but it was surprisingly a lot of people wanted it. I was getting a lot of contacts about it, so I think I'll grab it. I'm not sure. I'll do some more research into it this time and make sure that it's not something that's, a really special piece. I don't think it is. I think they're newer, so I'm not sure what the deal is on these, but I'll take this one even in the condition it is. Over here we have a couch that definitely has seen better days, and that's not really my style for the most part, but this coffee table, I think it's unique enough with the legs on it. I think it's unique enough that I would consider taking that, and I think somebody will will find it unique enough to put in their home. All right, so we just finished up the first town that I normally do. It's about 6:04, so it's been about an hour. The van has quite a bit of stuff in it. We're gonna head over north and see what we can find in our next town. We got a pot here. We'll have to see if it's cracked. Normally they probably are. That's normally why people throw it out, but this one, I think I'm not really seeing anything. It's obviously got paint chipping and, you know, stuff like that, but no real cracks. I think it's a unique enough style. I guess it's on the side here with the, I think somebody can use that, maybe paint it up again, or maybe just use it as more of a rustic looking piece, but I think I'll take that. I think it's made out of, I'm not really sure. It's definitely not concrete. It's definitely not, maybe plaster, but we'll take that. So I stopped over at this house because of these bookshelves, and then behind the bookshelves, I saw this, and I don't know if anybody saw the video I made last week, but I found the same exact dresser at the same exact house. So this one matches. I ended up selling the last one to a client of mine that refinishes them. So I'm gonna grab this one, see if she wants it, then she can have, you know, a matching set. I haven't seen it on her Facebook page yet, so I don't think she's done with it. So hopefully she'll take this one too, and they can reunite. As for the bookshelves, I think I might take this one. It's a little bit skinnier and a little bit better condition. This one I would have taken, but you know, right down there, it gets kind of worn. So I think we'll just take the skinny one, and I'm pretty excited about that. I wonder what she'll say. Came up on this pile here. I'm gonna end up taking this piano bench. I think it's in pretty good shape. I was looking at all these boxes. There's really nothing in them, but I did find it kind of odd that one of these boxes is taped up with Rockford Police Department. Rockford's a pretty big town about an hour west of me. So I just thought that was unique, that it said evidence Rockford Police Department all over the box. But I'm sure it's just some tape that was left over, somebody had. But we'll take the piano bench. We might have something here. We got a couple chairs. This one has broken legs, but what I'm after is this table. It looked like it might be, you know, kind of just rustic, but I mean, I'm seeing, even without flipping it over, I'm seeing duct tape on it, so I think we'll just end up leaving that, unfortunately. So nothing here for us on this stop. We might have a good mirror here. I've talked about these before. Oh, actually, there's two mirrors. That one looks like it sits on top of a dresser, but this one actually is really solid. I was expecting this to be something, you know, you would buy at like TJ Maxx, but I think this is something a little bit more substantial than that. I'm gonna lay it down so we can really get a good look at it. But talked about this before, the bigger and longer the mirror, the better. The ones that are about this size, that would just hang on the wall, they're really not worth grabbing. But if it's a pretty big mirror, you know, you could kind of put your whole room around this mirror. They definitely are worth grabbing, so we'll take this one. It looks like our final stop for today. Surprisingly, it's metal. I mean, it's already 7 o'clock now. Surprised the scrap guy hasn't gotten this, but it's a pretty cool piece, I suppose. The wicker's all right on it. A little bit chewed up on the bottom, unfortunately, but I think with how unique it is on the side, that's gonna be all right. And then I always do pretty good with these bed frames. I'm just gonna take them, assume that they work, and if not, I'll give them to a buddy that scraps metal. But these twin bed frames usually are pretty easy sellers. All right, I just lied. I'm down the street from where we just got that piece, and I saw these. These are sometimes nice. These look really rough, so we're gonna leave those. But these bins could be all right. We got 2 lids and 2 bins. I'm not seeing any cracks off the brief glance I'm giving them. So we'll end up taking those as well. So a little final piece there, these bins. Usually I like to have more than 2, but these are clear and clean, so I think they should be all right. All right, so we just got back to the storage unit. It's about 7:22. Now I'm gonna take everything out of the van, take pictures of it, inspect it, and see what really got to work with today. There's our pile. If I knew everything that was gonna fit in the van at the start of it, I could have packed it a lot better. But when you're picking stuff up piece by piece and you don't know what's next, it's really hard to kind of pack it in a way that is best conducive to fitting the most amount of stuff. So I'm sure I could fit a lot more in here, but realistically, it's easier said than done. So I'm gonna take everything out and I'll show you what we got afterwards. All right, so now I got most of everything out of the van. So I wanted to go over with everybody and let you know kind of what I expect to get out of these. These need to be cleaned up. They're probably gonna need to be painted anyway by whoever buys them. They're pretty worn. I would expect to maybe get 20 bucks out of this, maybe a little bit more if I'm lucky. This bed frame that I thought was 2 twin bed frames, they actually connect in the middle, so it's probably a full. Maybe another 20 on that. This thing, I have no idea what it is. I'll sell it as yard art. Maybe another 10. This is a little bit worse than I had originally noticed. This got like, it's not like cracked or anything, but like it has surface cracks that make it look cracked. So it's gonna be harder to sell just because people aren't gonna be able to see in the pictures that it's really not as bad as it is in real life. So maybe 10 or 20 on that. The piano benches, they used to be really, really good. Maybe the trend's not there anymore. Probably at this point, 10 or 20 bucks, if I'm lucky. This thing, pretty worn. I just figured with the ornate metal part that it still might be salvageable. So say 5-10 bucks on that. This thing, this chair here, once it's cleaned up, I hope to get 30. That's what I got for the last one. I'm gonna, again, as I said earlier, I'm gonna do some more research because this might be a special chair. The last one I think I sold for 30, and maybe I undershot myself because there was quite a bit of people. The bookshelf, that's honestly probably the nicest thing I would say out of everything that we got here. Bookshelf, probably 20 bucks. This Craftsman rolling chair, it does have a rip, but I mean, I don't think that's really gonna matter all too much. So say 10 on that, maybe 10 or 15 on the bins. Mirror, I think the mirror's nice. I think I might try to hold out and try to get 20 or 30 bucks out of it. Just because I think it's nice, and I think if somebody comes and sees it in person, they're gonna realize that, I mean, if you're watching it now, it's just a regular mirror, but it's really heavy and it's a nice mirror. Other than that, there's still stuff in the van, like the chairs, like I said earlier, I need to bring home and pair with the other chairs that I have at my house. This dresser, I have a client that I sold the last one to, so I texted her telling her that I have another one that's identical, so maybe if she hasn't finished it, she can pair them up again, or, you know, just have 2 to sell of the same item. We got a sale coming in here for this dresser right here. She should be coming around the corner in a minute. Just backing up right now. Stuff out of the way. How you doing?
Hi, how are ya?
Good.
The last time I met you at a storage locker, it was...
Yeah, it was down on Tubeway. I'm not there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This seems so much better.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going through up and down the elevators and
Right, yeah, that was a pain.
Oh my gosh, this is so much better. Let's see. Cute. Looking for something flat that I can put the transfer in.
Right. You're gonna do your horse thing to it?
Not the horse, but I did sell that though.
Oh, good.
I didn't sell the other table I bought from you yet. I'm like, you know, you just never know. Some stuff like that's kind of a weird thing.
Right.
So I'm like, I just put it for sale. I'm like, okay, sale, there it is, or whatever. This is cute. It's kind of low, but
Yeah.
Can you tip it towards you a little? I just want to sit the bottom one second. Got spider
web. That's the best part,
spider
right?
eggs and everything. Yeah. I didn't bring a there's 15 bucks. I didn't bring a dolly. You want to help me?
Yeah, I got it for you.
Do you have a dolly or?
Yeah, it's buried back there. I can get
Do
it
you
in
want me
there for you.
to back it up?
Yeah,
more?
let me move some of this furniture and we'll go ahead.
So other than that, I think it was a pretty successful day. We were out for about 2.5 hours looking for stuff, and this is what we found. And I'm happy with it. So I want to say to everybody, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I would really like any feedback that you have. If there's anything else you want to see from me, you let me know. But I just hope that this part of the video kind of give you a little bit more insight onto what I'm doing with this stuff. All this stuff should be sold on Facebook Marketplace. I would say, I bet a lot of people are going to think that some of my prices are high on some things or low on some things. I've been doing this for about 7 or 8 years as like a little side gig. Mostly my passion is to keep this stuff out of the trash. That's the main intention of it. But I do appreciate everybody watching, and if you have any feedback, please let me know. Thank you. And finally, I know that seemed like the end of the video, but I just wanted to tell you I did a little bit more research into this chair, looked it up with Google image search, and I found that some of these chairs are made by Lane. So I flipped this one up on its side, and it was made for Lane Furniture Industries. You can see it right there. So this is probably a nicer piece than I thought. The condition's still a little not perfect. So that's going to affect the value of it, but with it being a Lane and having a name to it, it's definitely going to be worth more than I had originally thought.